What's going on, everybody? My name is Liam DeBoer. I'm here today with ET Transport, and we're going to be talking about the diesel engine underdogs, Detroit Diesel. Over the course of this video, we'll take a look at the company's origins, their future plans, and discuss the details of their stock. So let's get into it. While Cummins got its start in 1919 and Caterpillar in 1925, Detroit Engines was late to the diesel party and wasn't founded until 1938. Although the company started coming into fruition years before its official startup. During the early 1930s, General Motors purchased two companies, the first being Winton Engines, which specialized in marine engines, and the second was Electromotive Engineering, a manufacturer of diesel locomotive engines, a market General Motors already had a pretty good grasp on, seeing as at the time of purchase, GM was already a prominent company within the industry. After combining resources and ideas from GM, Electromotive Engineering, and Winton Engines, the company started a new division under their banner called Detroit Diesel, which they planned on using to start manufacturing over-the-road diesel trucks, and its manufacturing home, a newly renovated Winton engine facility. Detroit Diesel struck gold with one of its first and still to this day most legendary engines. The company started producing a Series 71 motor, which, depending on its size, would have 4 or 6 cylinders and were positioned in an inline configuration. This made the motor become exceptionally lightweight, and the market responded positively. In 1943 alone, just 4 years after the company started, they were producing over 55,000 units annually. A great number of these engines were shipped to the Southern Pacific and Europe in order to benefit the military. The Second World War stimulated Detroit Diesel's bank account for the years to come, which fostered shocking growth, and by 1945, the company had over 4,300 employees. To this day, you can still find Detroit Series 71 engines on many Pacific islands and French trains collecting rust as a lost relic of the World War. Detroit Diesel used this success to start fueling new innovations. The company soon released its 110 series engine, which was sold almost exclusively in a 6-cylinder configuration. The 110 was essentially a more powerful version of the 71 series and was mainly used in construction equipment, rail cars, and generators. While wartime brought great fortune to Detroit Diesel, after the war ended, they were forced to return to their roots, locomotive and marine applications. Although the war changed the world for eternity, and the innovation that took place during the war started impeding on the railroad market. This unforeseen change forced Detroit Diesel to either innovate themselves or struggle for the years to come. The company saw over-the-road trucks as the most promising way to transport large quantities of supplies, and so the company shifted its focus to this new and exciting market. In 1956, President Dwight Eisenhower signed the interstate highway system into law with the help of federal aid. At this time, Cummins held over a 50% hold of this market, and their 855 cubic inch 6-cylinder T-Series engine could be found in trucks all over the world. Detroit Engines decided to play the hits and developed a 6-cylinder 71 series motor in V configuration to stand up to the Cummins T-Series. However, the company quickly expanded its line of 71 series motors by introducing an 8, 12, and 16 and 24 cylinder version. Detroit Diesel found a home in the over-the-road trucking industry and quickly started building a reputation for itself. Some liked the engines for their turbocharging abilities, and others liked it for their interchangeable parts, which made maintenance and repairs a cakewalk. In 1957, the company started innovating in the marine and generator markets by unveiling a new motor, the Series 53. Which came in 3, 4, 5, 8, and 12 cylinder models. At this time, GM had two electromotive divisions, Cleveland Diesel and Detroit Diesel. However, in 1962, GM's electromotive division absorbed Cleveland Diesel. 3 years later, in 1965, Detroit Diesel would actually absorb the entire General Motors diesel division. The company would have a strong finish to the 1960s, having their 71 V-Series engine find the way under hoods of many popular truck manufacturers before having their biggest change in corporate structure in 1970. The gas turbine division of General Motors and Allison Transmission both merged with Detroit Diesel. Putting all of their eggs into one basket proved to be a good choice for General Motors, as by the time 1980 came about, Detroit Diesel had a 30% hold on the diesel truck market. The booming business allowed the company to start thinking outside of the box, and their newest engine definitely was not in the box. In 1987, the company launched its 60 series, which was a 4-stroke diesel engine and was cleaner, more fuel efficient, and more popular than any other road truck engine at the time. Despite the company's seemingly endless success, they soon started facing uphill battles. The 1990s proved to be a tough time economically, not just for Detroit Diesel, but the whole industry. By 1995, the 60 series had completely replaced the 71 series and were the only engine in production. Just 3 years after that, the 11.1-liter version of the 60 series was discontinued, leaving only the 12.7-liter version in production. While Detroit was struggling, it wasn't struggling as badly as some of the other motor manufacturers, which caught the eye of Daimler. And in 2000, the automotive manufacturer officially purchased Detroit Diesel Corporation. Daimler, which raked in roughly $7 billion annually and employed over 34,000 employees, soon invested $350 million into Detroit Diesel and aimed to update the company's equipment and improve their research and development. This R&D investment proved beneficial as it led to the conceptualization of what we now know today as the Detroit Diesel family of engines. So, what's next for the company? Well, if you've been watching any of our other videos on engine companies, it's pretty much the same answer: electric. According to a press release by Daimler, Detroit Diesel is currently working on electric powertrains for the upcoming Freightliner e-Cascadia semi-truck and the Freightliner EM2 medium-duty truck. This engine will be available in two options. The first, a single motor configuration with 180 horsepower and 11,500 pounds of torque, or a dual motor version producing 360 horsepower and 23,000 pounds of torque. These engines will come in 3 battery pack sizes: 210, 315, and 475 kilowatts per hour, using lithium-ion battery cells. Daimler currently estimates its range to be 230 miles for the EM2 and 250 miles for the e-Cascadia. The launch of the Detroit e-Powertrain is expected to be in 2022, and they currently have 40 of these trucks already in pre-production use. However, not all of Detroit's zero-emission trucks will come by way of electricity. In an unlikely alliance, Daimler and Volvo are coming together to work on hydrogen fuel cells. In the meantime, Tesla is expecting to start delivering on orders for their electric semis very soon and might just beat these companies to market. So, is investing in Detroit Diesel a good move going forward? Well, it's not quite that simple, as you're really asking the question, is investing in their parent company, Daimler, a good idea? This company was able to weather the economic COVID storm quite well. While Daimler did see a 15% drop in unit sales and an 11% drop in revenue, they miraculously still saw a 48% increase in net profit, and their shareholders reaped the benefits. The average dividend per share increased by 50%, and earnings per share increased by 53%. At the beginning of 2020, Daimler stock was sitting at $59.10 and is currently at an impressive $84.29 a share, which is a high for the decade. Well, that's all for me, folks. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. Where does Detroit Engines fall in your favorite manufacturers? And will Tesla beat Daimler and Volvo to market with a zero-emissions truck? If you did enjoy this video, you can check out our breakdown of Cummins engines right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with new content. We'll see you soon.